And right now at 5 o'clock, federal workers say a proposal to dispose of 2 government buildings here in Indianapolis could jeopardize the services you rely on.
Yeah, News 8's government reporter Garrett Berquist got some answers on what the feds plan to do with the buildings and the people who all work there.
The people who work here at the Minton-Capehart Federal Building were supposed to come back to the office on Monday. That's because of President Trump's return to work order. Now some of them wonder if they'll have a place to return to work. Employee unions say up to 1,000 people work at the Minton-Capehart Building. Their agencies include Social Security, the VA, and the IRS.
A lot of confusion, people thinking that it's going to take place overnight, that they're going to be out of a building. They don't know where they're going to be working.
Giles is among the people who work there. On Wednesday, the General Services Administration briefly listed 440 federal buildings on a disposal list. They included the Minton-Capehart Building and the Major General Emmett J. Bean Center in Lawrence. That's where military paychecks are processed. It's the second largest office building in the federal government's portfolio after the Pentagon. As many as 5,000 people work there.
So you can imagine the folks that come through Lawrence, the people that work at the building that may even still live in Lawrence, and the opportunity to keep Lawrence thriving with any type of economic development that we're embarking upon and what we already have existing here. It could affect our homes. It could affect their home sale. It could affect a plethora of things economically.
A GSA spokesperson says this was connected to the Department of Government Efficiency's cost-cutting measures. They said, to be clear, just because an asset is on the list doesn't mean it's immediately for sale. GSA will continuously review and update the list of non-core assets. Giles says most federally owned buildings are built to such specific requirements they're hard to adapt to any other use. He says he wonders if this is a strategy to cut the size of the workforce by getting rid of the places where they work.
This is the place where folks can come to have questions answered at the Internal Revenue Service, where veterans can come to have questions answered about their benefits, where folks can come to deal with the Social Security Administration. I mean, all of these things are happening in this building, and if those were taken away, it would be quite damaging for folks in Indianapolis who need in-person answers and help.
Giles says there are cases where the federal government does lease privately owned office space, but in nearly every case, they are just one of many tenants in a particular building. In Indianapolis, I'm Garrett Berquist for WISH TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.